Hello, my friends. It's Mrs. Egan. How are you? Oh my gosh, I've missed you. It's been a while. So I am going to read you a summer story, even though it's a couple of days into fall. I know, that's a little crazy. But I did this before, if you remember. Back in the sort of early to mid-spring, we had this crazy snowstorm. Do you remember? It all of a sudden got really cold, and we had snow on the ground, even though there was grass and flowers coming up. We were out shoveling a little bit. A couple of people made snowmen, and there was snow on the ground. There was snow in the trees. I just thought, okay, what did I do then? Well, I said, oh, we've got one more day of winter. I'm going to read you the toboggan ride story, right? So today, even though we're into fall, Mrs. Egan's even got on a summer outfit. I have on my t-shirt, my shorts, and my sneakers. And I thought it's fall, but it's 70 degrees out. It's absolutely beautiful. And look at the sun. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to read you a summer story. So I found a summer story. New, by the way. This is a new book for Mrs. Egan. It's called And Then Comes Summer. Yeah, I know. Summer came already. It's over. But I just thought we'd do this for fun. And Then Comes Summer, by Tom Brenner and illustrated by Jamie Kim. And look at, here's three friends. 1, 2, 3. 3 friends. They're sitting on someone's stairs. And they're having what? They're having ice cream. She's got hers in a dish. These two have something in a cone. Have you had ice cream this summer? Mrs. Egan definitely had ice cream this summer. I had plenty of ice cream. Our favorite in the household is Breyer's mint chocolate chip. I'm not endorsing it necessarily, but it is delicious. It's a white chocolate chip. It's not the green kind. We like that. And it's got big chips. Delicious. Now we know that this is nice weather, because why do we know? We can tell before we even go any further. Even if we didn't see this word summer, and then comes, let's say we had a choice to say summer, winter, spring, or fall. In New England, okay, because in some parts of the world it's nice and warm out all the time. But in New England, we can tell it's nice weather because why? The trees have lots of leaves. And look at around. There's flowers everywhere. There's lots of green grass. And look at their clothes. Now they are wearing sort of pants. This guy's got shorts on though. And he has flip-flops. Right? They all have, you can't see it, but their toes are showing. And they've got short sleeves. And they're eating ice cream. But did you know what, by the way? Here's a little piece of trivia information. That in New England, we eat more ice cream than anywhere in the country, even when it's cold out. I don't know if it had something to do with all the ice cream places that started here. Brigham's, Hood, Friendly's. I don't know what it is, but we eat the most ice cream. Do you know what flavor is the ice cream that's eaten the most? Across the board. Of all the flavors in the world, do you know what's the biggest flavor that most people order that's eaten the most? Begins with a V. Vanilla. Yep. I don't think anyone here has vanilla. She might have vanilla with chocolate sauce. This definitely looks like chocolate chip or mint chip like Mrs. Egan's, which is white. And this one here looks like it's got pink. Maybe it's strawberry. Maybe it's cotton candy. Maybe it's, oh, I don't know, cherry. Ooh, that would be delicious. All right, let's see what the story's about. And Then Comes Summer. It's a hardback, right? We knock to go in. We're going to open up to the very inside cover. Mrs. Egan never goes any further until we look at the end papers, right? What do you see? Well, first of all, what color do you see? Blue. So if it's the summertime, blue can make us feel what? Ooh, cool, right? Because it's the color of water. It's the color of ice. It's the color of a nice blue sky, right? Look at all the things that are on here. Can you tell any of those? There's goggles, and there's floaties, and there's ice cream on a stick. There's flip-flops and shorts. All the stuff you need for summer. Here's an ice cream cone. You can't really see the ice cream really well. All right, let's go in. Look at that beautiful blue. One big page of just beautiful blue. Makes me cool just looking at it. And then comes summer. Now here's a bunch of stuff you might have for summer. What's there? There's a couple of balls. See this red and white circle right there? That's called a lifesaver. It's a flotation device that you normally find on a boat. It's also the name of a candy. Comes in a roll. It's called lifesaver specifically because it looks just like that. Yep. There's a backpack there. Anybody here go to camp? If you went to camp, or you went to grandma's house, or you did, I don't know, maybe you took a trip with your family, you could have put stuff in there like a snack or a book or a change of clothes or your towel if you were going to go swimming, right? You might even take that to the beach. You could put stuff inside there for the beach. And there's a big blanket that you might put down at the beach, or it's a towel that you might need after you've come out of the water. There's some goggles here, but what is this thing right there? Does anybody know what that is? You would put a worm on the end of the hook, and then you would drop the hook and the line of, like string or wire into the water. What do you think it is? It's a fishing pole. Exactly. Anybody go fishing? I don't really like those worm things, so Mrs. Egan doesn't go fishing, but I know lots of people who do. You can go fishing and you can catch all kinds of things. All right, you ready? Dedication page. Very long dedication. With big time love for, ready? Lizzie, Will, Wes, Jack, Roy, Coleman, Paloma, Olive, and somebody named Fox. Now, Fox could be somebody's nickname, or maybe somebody's last name, and they call them by their last name instead of their first name, or it could be somebody's pet. And Jamie says to Dad, "Thank you for all the great summer memories." Yeah, summer can be full of all kinds of fun things. And then comes summer. Here's a half title page. Tom Brenner, illustrated by Jamie Kim, and it's a Candlewick Press publication. What is our picture? It's a little puppy, and he's ready to go lick something that fell on the ground. Can you see what that is? That is the saddest sight. An ice cream cone that's landed on the ground. That's only good for the dog now, right? Hopefully whoever lost it got another one. That's a sad thing right there. All right. I'm going to read you this story, and before I start reading, I want to give you a hint to see if you can look out for things. There are a lot of times in the story when a thing does something. So, a flower does an action, okay? Or a bug does something. And there's a lot of times in the story where the thing does an action. The author kind of plays with the words to make the words do an action even though the word isn't. See if you can find some of them. I'll tell you what the first one is, okay? I'm going to read it right now. It says, when the days stretch out like a slow yawn, and leaves and grasses sparkle with dew, and the cheerful faces of Johnny Jump-Ups jump up. Do flowers jump? No. But a flower whose nickname, it's a pansy, but their nickname is Johnny Jump-Up. Okay? It's just what it's called. Do flowers jump? No. But the author is saying that when Johnny Jump-Ups jump up, like they grow, right? It's another way to say it. That's what I mean. Okay, so you see if you can look for those later on in the book. It happens quite a few times. They're called Johnny Jump-Ups because they almost look like they have faces. These are their whiskers, right? And there's like eyes, and this is supposedly part of their face. All right? So when the days stretch out like a slow yawn, and leaves and grasses sparkle with dew, and the cheerful faces of Johnny Jump-Ups jump up, then throw on flip-flops and breathe the sweet air. You know why it's sweet? Because of all the Johnny Jump-Ups, all the things that are blooming. The smell of the flowers and the leaves. That's why summer and spring smells so good. When bumblebees bumble, as another example, when bumblebees bumble around in flowers and warblers flit from tree to tree, and the air thrums with the sound of lawnmowers. Do you know what a warbler is? If it flits from tree to tree, what do you think it is? There's an example right here. So it's not a certain kind of bird, but they're birds that make a lot of noise. And they tend to sit somewhere and they just kind of keep an eye on things, and they eat lots of bugs, and they sing, and they are flying around usually between just a couple of trees. I'm sure you saw lots of those in your backyards this summer. So when bumblebees bumble and when warblers flit and the air thrums with the sound of lawnmowers, then pump up your bike tires, dig out your helmet, and raise your seat. My, how you've grown. When the last class project is finished and your cubby is cleaned of cookie crumbs and eraser bits, and end of the year hugs have been given, that's their hugging their friends and saying, bye, see you next year. Then swap out backpacks and notebooks for pitchers and cups. Do you know what they're doing? So the backpacks and notebooks were for school, right? And so now it's the summer, and now what are they doing? That's a thing that lots of people do. They had a lemonade stand, and they're saying 25 cents, 25 cents, lemonade, 25 cents, come on over. And these people are all going to come over, and she says, I'll have one. She's got her finger up like that. I'll have one. And this little girl's like, I want some, I want some. The puppy seems to want some too. How come it's lemonade all the time, though? Why can't it be orange juice? Or you could do Kool-Aid. I think people have done Kool-Aid stands. How about chocolate milk? What about tomato juice? Or, let's see, ice water. Why can't we just have ice water? But that's what people do. It's a lot of fun. And sometimes they'll take the money. People will do that. My granddaughter did this. And you can donate it to some special need charity or somebody who needs a couple of pennies. Or sometimes you can just do it for fun, and then you go to the store and maybe you get something special. It's also something just fun to do in the neighborhood. And it gives people a sip of something cold to drink on a hot day. When daylight pushes back bedtimes, the sun is out longer and you get to stay up later. And crickets crick crick in the evening air, and bugs as big as thumbs bang against the windows, then play hide and seek until darkness wins. Look at me. Don't tell them where I am. Don't bark. I think there's been a dog on every page, huh? When stores unfurl the stars and stripes, that's the flag. When somebody says the stars and stripes, they mean the flag of the United States. When the stores unfurl the stars and stripes, and flags wave from porches and cars, and the whole town seems wrapped in bunting, that's swags of flags, and these swags down here, the red, white, and blue, right? Anything that's got the little triangles, it's all decoration stuff. Then dress up your bike and pedal to the parade. Look at this. How many bikes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And see, all their bicycle tires are all different. And look at their helmets. Their helmets are all different. And all of those kids are right over here, but there's one extra kid in here who's not in this picture. And then there's a couple of shadows. How many people went out on their bicycles this summer riding? You all wore a helmet, right? Because that's important to protect your head. Bicycle riding's a lot of fun. It's good exercise, too. When bands march by, left, right, left, right, left, right, and all manner of floats float past, and scouts and pioneers toss candy into the streets. Have you ever been to a parade like that? When they toss candy, and because there's no cars, you can run out and pick up the candy and have a little sweet while the parade goes by. Then grab your blanket and watch the night explode in colorful sprays. What's that? Fireworks. Lots of big, beautiful fireworks. There's pink and gold and blue. We had lots of fireworks this summer, didn't we? Some fireworks make really loud noises. And some fireworks don't just burst like that. Sometimes now they're making them so they make a happy face, or they say USA, or they do the whoo, they make funny noises and they come whistling down, right? Fireworks are very bright. Can you see how dark that tree is against the brightness in the sky? And can you see how dark all these people are? Is to show you that the fireworks are really bright. Oh, and there's our blanket, by the way, from the front. Everyone's enjoying it. Mrs. Egan's one of Mrs. Egan's favorite things, the fireworks. When every day is like Saturday, and porches and lawns and sidewalks are all playgrounds, and a familiar jingle interrupts the game. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. What's that? Then race to be the first in line. Almond fudge, please. Where are we? We're inside the ice cream truck. This is the overhang, and here's the window, and here's the ice cream person giving out ice cream. I think I might have to have ice cream at the end of this story. When the dog days of summer roll around and it's so hot, oh, you're practically panting. It's so hot. And not even the sprinklers with water provide relief. Then it's time to head to the lake. They're taking their what? Their fishing rod, and they're taking the flotation things, and she's taking the backpack, and we're taking the sleeping bag. Yep. Roll down the window. Mrs. Egan had a car that you actually had to roll it instead of press a button. Roll down the window and smell the hot, dry grass. Shout your favorite songs at birds swooping across fields and ask for the millionth time, are we there yet? Have you ever done that? Gone on a trip? Anywhere? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Every kid says it sometime or another. Are we there yet? And your parents want to, tell you yes, even when it's not, just so you'll stop asking. Look at, they've got all their stuff packed on the roof. They're going over a what? They're going over a bridge. I don't know if you can tell, but this is water. There's a lot of growth, green stuff around the water, but this is definitely a bridge. So they're going from probably maybe the city or their home. They're going from someplace to a new place. They're bridging to a new place. Where do you think they're going? Do you remember where they were going? They were going to the lake, right? Lake Sunnyside. When the familiar sign appears at last and the silver lake winks through the trees and old friends run to greet you. Can you see the water in the background? We know it's water. Why do we know it's water? There's a big hint right there. There's a sailboat in the middle of it, right? Unlikely you're going to see a sailboat sitting in the middle of a driveway or land, so it's in the water. There's a lot of white in with the very pale greenish blue to show that it's the sunlight is reflecting off of that. That's what it meant by winking. The silver lake winks through the trees because it's glistening. The light is is winking off of the water. Here's the family, and here's their friends. When the sign appears and the lake winks and the friends run up to greet you, then scramble out of the car, dash down to the beach at the lake, and swim till the sun is low and your lips are blue. Have you ever done that? Gone swimming long enough that your lips are blue? It means you're a little chilly. And usually if you don't think about it, you're chattering. She's got swimmies on. Anybody here know how to swim? These guys have the floaties, and she's got swimmies on. Those are help her float also. You should always learn how to swim, though. That's a definite. Everyone should know how to swim. Look, I'm telling you, there's been a dog on just about every page. Somebody in this book really has a like for animals, I'm thinking. And when dinner is over and stories have been told, and your fingers are sticky with marshmallow and chocolate because you made s'mores, and the fire burns down to glimmering coals, then snuggle into your sleeping bag and plan tomorrow's adventures. There they are, all sleeping in the tent. So you're looking into the tent. Do you know how I know that? Can you tell? Even though it's light on the edges, we're just looking a little circle into the nighttime. They're camping. See the tent right here? See the sides of the tent are pulled back? And see how black it is all around? These are what? Do you know what these little dots are right there? What do you think those are? We've seen those in another book. They're fireflies. And look at the puppy is sleeping too. And the little boy, if you can't see it, is writing on a piece of paper or in a notebook or something. What do you think he's writing? I think that he's writing all about his day at the lake. Or he's planning tomorrow's adventures. Could be either one. And here we are back at our end papers. Lots of wonderful summer things. I wonder how many of those things you got to use. Goggles, flip-flops, shorts, ice cream, popsicles on a stick. Right? Okay. The end. Look at the back cover. Do you see what's on top of the ice cream truck? It's the ice cream cone that fell on the ground. It's dripping. And do you see the little awning right there, that little pink awning? See how it's got scallops? That's what we were seeing in the picture when the kids came up to the ice cream truck. We were at that window, and those little scallopy things from the awning were looking out over. That's exactly what we were seeing. Okay. Well, happy fall. I hope you had a wonderful summer. I hope you had ice cream, and I hope you wore flip-flops, and I hope you got to swim, even if it was just in your tub. I hope you got to run around in bare feet, and I hope you got to at least play with your family, and I hope you got to play with some little pet, or some firefly, or a butterfly, or I hope you heard some warblers. Certainly you probably ran into some bees this summer, okay? And they buzz, buzz, buzz past you, right? Okay. I hope you're also looking forward to the rest of our classic stories, because I will be giving you more of those. All right? Okay. You have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.